I'm a pretty low maintenance person when it comes to my beauty routine. Most days I don't really do anything else besides a quick shower, applying some deodorant, a little bit of makeup, removing it in the afternoon, moisturizer, that's pretty much it. I don't do anything with my hair most days. I haven't done my nails in years. However, even though I would definitely not consider myself a beauty girly anymore, I do still really enjoy taking a little bit of time for a good, extensive, deep beauty ritual. And since becoming a mom, I have fully come back to the concept of the everything shower. Once a week, usually on the weekend, I will use my evening to do my everything shower and all of my body care and everything that comes with it. And I enjoy doing that so much. It helps set me up for the rest of the week so that I don't really have to do anything the rest of the week. And it ensures that I have a set moment in the week when I always do this, so that it's pretty much guaranteed that I have the time. I take the time out for myself to do this, which can be a bit more challenging in the day-to-day of raising a young child. Yeah, my everything shower routine. It is extensive. There are over 20 steps in it, but it is not fancy. And that is also something that I wanted to share, I guess. You don't have to use expensive, trending, social media approved products to have a really nice, enjoyable, good beauty routine that works for you and does all the things that you need it to do. I buy most of my beauty products at the drugstore and I'm very satisfied with them. So today I'm gonna share my once a week everything shower and beauty routine with you guys. So we're gonna go hop over into the bathroom. Before we get started, one more thing for full transparency. Some of the products that I'm going to be using have been sent to me by brands for past collaborations. This video is not sponsored, but I'm still required to disclose that. So whenever I will be discussing or showing a product that I was gifted previously, I will indicate that in the corner here, just so you know that I did not pay for that with my own money. Everything else I either bought myself or was gifted by friends or family. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's head to the bathroom and get started. The very first thing I always start with before I do anything else is to apply my hair oil and my hair mask, just so that I can give them as much time as possible to work their magic. This is the hair oil that I'm using at the moment. It's a rosemary mint oil. I jumped on the bandwagon when this became popular a while back. I'm not sure how much it's doing for hair growth, but I have been an advocate for hair oils since the start of my YouTube channel, so I do feel like it helps soothe my scalp a little bit. My scalp tends to be a bit of a diva, especially when the seasons change, which would be right about now. My scalp can get itchy, I notice my hair starts to fall out more, so I just feel like something to treat it is definitely a good idea, kind of all around, and then I will go in and massage it in, which is the first scalp massage of the evening. And I like to take my time for this a little bit, because it's not just the product itself, but also the scalp massage that's supposed to really help with, promoting scalp health and hair growth and reduce thinning and all the lovely stuff like that. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, I notice I'm missing it now. Whenever I do this, like everything shower, I always like to play a little bit of spa music. Just one of those playlists on Spotify that just makes it feel extra relaxing and spa-like, so let's do that. Lovely, I adore it. So once my hair oil is massaged in, I like to go ahead and dampen my hair for my hair mask. And this is the mask that I am currently using. I bought it a few weeks ago, so I've only used it a couple times, but it's one of those like Bond Repair Olaplex knockoffs. And this is like €4, and honestly, I am very surprised. My hair looks really good when I use this. So I just wet my hair in the sink and then I apply this quite generously. I make sure to distribute it really well, pretty much from my ears down, honestly. And then same thing on the other side. So then I will just pin my hair up, clip it up actually, with one of these. So while that is doing its thing, I will go ahead and remove my makeup. And for that, for years, I have just been using one of these microfiber face cloths that you can reuse infinitely, which is exactly what I do. And I love this because I don't have to use any product to remove my makeup. It's the quickest, simplest thing, the easiest way I have found to remove my makeup. And since I don't wear a lot of makeup, this suffices. And this does remove everything, mascara, eyeliners, even the water-resistant stuff. It's only the waterproof products that I found that it doesn't remove very well. Then I take the time to do some facial hair removal. So I will pluck my eyebrows at this point, which is something I do need to do more than once a week. Unfortunately, my eyebrows are quite dark, so anything that's really noticeable I will remove throughout the week, but this is when I take a little bit more time, go in a bit more thoroughly and remove everything. And since I'm not wearing my glasses, I have to get really up close to the mirror, so that's why I use this mirror and stand over here. And I'm filming this during the day now because the lighting is nicer that way, but usually I do this in the evenings, and then I have the ceiling lights turned on, which are very, very bright, and it's so helpful. And the hair cast a bit of a shadow as well, since the lighting comes from overhead. Then there are a few hairs on my chin. I'm getting older. So I have a few chin hairs that I also like to keep a close eye on. They usually take a pretty long time to return, but whenever one pops off, out they come right away. And also my upper lip. I shave my upper lip. I've been doing that for years. Over 10 years, I'm pretty sure, at this point. And that works great for me. So that is when I still use my good old trusty safety razor. You may remember this from my safety razor video. I stopped using this for my body, but for my face, I absolutely love it. So I will literally just wet my upper lip with some water. That's all I do. And just to dispel some common misconceptions, the hair doesn't grow back thicker. It hasn't done that for me in 10 plus years. They are still the same fine hairs. I never have any stubble. It doesn't feel coarse. It's honestly, the hair is just gone. I feel like it's pretty much the same as if I would wax it, just a lot less painful and a lot quicker. Okay, so with that out of the way, it's time to hop into the shower. And when in the shower, since I'm still trying to give my hair products as much time as possible to do their thing, I start with body care. So I like to use this exfoliating pad, I guess, with a shower gel, whichever shower gel I'm using at the moment, to exfoliate my whole body. Then I go ahead and shave. This is the razor I have been using. The base is from Astrid, but the actual razor refills are just from the supermarket. After I'm done shaving, that is when I will go in and shampoo out all of this mask and oil. So this is the shampoo I'm currently using. It is the Rituals shampoo from the Sakura line. So I will use that twice, actually. I will shampoo twice when I've used the hair oil. And then on my second shampoo, I will go in with this scalp massager for my second scalp massage of the evening. And this is one of those that vibrates, which is really lovely and extra effective, supposedly. So the conditioner I'm using is a set with the shampoo, so also from the Rituals Sakura line. Then I once again clip up my hair and move on to face wash. This is the face wash I am using at the moment. Once again, super inexpensive, but I like it. So I just massage that into my skin for a bit and then rinse it off. I will rinse out my conditioner, and then the shower part of this routine is done. Alrighty, my hair is wrapped in a towel, and I'm once again just gonna let this soak up as much water as possible before I blow dry. But the next step in my routine is IPL. I have recently come back to this after a short hiatus for pregnancy. I've started using it again, and I have recently started using it on my upper lip actually. But it's only been like 2 or 3 weeks that I've been doing that, so I can't report back on how that's working just yet, because I know it doesn't take to all areas of the body equally. This works fantastically for me on my armpits and my legs, like perfect. It did absolutely nothing around my bikini area, so I'm curious to see what it'll do to my upper lip. But I just do a short little burst on a fairly low, like medium low setting. Just one on each side. That's it. Then I move on to armpits and legs, and that takes a while, so we enjoy the spa music in the meantime. Once the IPL is done, we can move on to skincare, and I like to do a little bit of exfoliating on these days. So I've been using glycolic acid. For as long as I can remember, I've had these little bumps on the back of my upper arms, and I never really thought much of it or tried to get rid of them or anything, until my friend mentioned that she read somewhere that glycolic acid can help to lessen those. She gave me a little bottle to try, and since then I have been using it and it has worked absolute wonders. Yeah, literally I've had those for as long as I can remember, and now they are going away. Like, my left arm is completely smooth and my right arm I have fewer and fewer of those, so that's wonderful. But every once in a while I like to apply it to my face as well as an exfoliant, and the everything shower is the perfect time to do so. So if I have any spots, which I don't currently, I will apply a little bit of tea tree oil to those. That has been my go-to since I was a teenager and started getting spots. A little bit of tea tree oil dries it right out, works perfectly for me. Then I just apply my moisturizer. I've just been using this. Just a really simple, organic, natural-based moisturizer, and this is the night version. Then I will apply my deodorant. This is the one I use after evening showers. And I mostly do this because I'm about to blow dry my hair and it gets very warm under that blow dryer. So if I don't do this, I feel like my shower is pretty much immediately ruined. So yeah, deodorant. But we're not there quite yet. One more thing I do before blow drying my hair is to apply my body cream. This is the one I'm currently using. It's the Rituals Alchemy collection. It was the limited edition last year, almost out. But I like to use this in the colder months because it's really nice and rich. The time has come to blow dry, so I will apply a little bit of heat protector. That's the one I'm using at the moment. Mostly making sure my ends are covered. And then we blow dry. That's everything for my hair. So now for the last few products, we're gonna move back to the bedroom because those are in my nightstand. These products are in my nightstand because I like to apply them right before I go to sleep, just so that they don't rub off on other things. Firstly, and this may seem kind of weird, but I have this nipple cream left over from breastfeeding, and I've been told that this is wonderful as a lip balm, lip mask type of thing. It absolutely is. So that's how I've been using it. I have so much of this left, so I feel like this is a great way to use it up. Then I've been using this foot cream. There we go, that's the one I use. It's just really, really basic. And after I apply this, I like to put on a pair of fuzzy socks. These really cute cat ones. Then I use this cuticle oil. It's really lovely, just some extra care for my nails. I don't cut or file my actual nails as part of this routine, but I do like to do this to add some moisture back in. Just kind of massage that in. And then the very, very last thing I do is just a hand cream. And I have two in here at the moment. I have this really lovely Rituals one, and I have this Kruidvat Nature's one with shea butter and chamomile. That's the one I'm gonna go for today. And that concludes my everything shower and beauty routine. Honestly, it doesn't take me that long to do, like maybe an hour and a half, but that is definitely not an amount of time I have on a daily basis to spend on this kind of stuff. So I'm just really glad to get all of it out of the way once a week, and then I can get away with just a super quick and simple basic routine for all the rest of the days. And you know, sometimes I don't feel like doing this, and since this is purely for my enjoyment, I will just skip those days and not do it until I feel like doing it again. But yeah, this is kind of a look into my everything shower. Hope you enjoyed following along, seeing what I do, what I use, the order in which I do things, which is kind of like the more important aspects of this, I think. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you back here next week.